Hi, and welcome back to Wasting Time with Jesus. Today's question is simple. Why Jesus? A friend asked me that recently, and I thought the answer would come easily. It didn't. I sat there staring at the screen, not because I didn't know the answer, but because there were too many of them. Too many moments. Too many questions. Too many places in my life where I can look back now and see that he was there, even when I didn't recognize him yet. My journey to Jesus was not one dramatic moment. It's been a lifetime. I was raised between two worlds. My father was a devout Irish Catholic. My mother was agnostic. I went to Catholic school until I was 12. And then when I was a child, something happened in my family that I still cannot fully explain. It changed the course of my life. When we went looking for guidance, the answers received did not bring peace. They brought more questions. And instead of feeling safe, I started wondering who could be trusted. Who really knew the truth? Who was speaking for God? And how could anyone be sure? Those questions stayed with me for years. As I got older, I became disillusioned. Not with God, with people. I watched holy vows broken, people who were supposed to shepherd others become complacent, and somewhere along the way, I lost faith in the men of the church and their connection to God. But I never stopped believing in God. I never stopped believing there was truth. I just wasn't convinced the people speaking for him understood him any better than I did. So I went looking. Self-help, spirituality, philosophy, the paranormal, different ideas, different teachers, different paths that promise truth. And I want to be clear about this. I wasn't rebelling. I was searching. At the center of the search was one question I could never shake. How do we face evil? Not inconvenience, not disappointment, not bad days. Evil. Because if the darkness is real, then light must be real too. If evil exists, then goodness must exist. And if there can be an absence of God, then there must be a God to be absent from. That question kept pulling me forward, even when I didn't know where I was going. Years later, I was reading a self-help book, and I laughed. Not because it was funny, because I suddenly realized something. They were all talking about God. Different words, different philosophies, different promises, but underneath all of it, people were wrestling with the same things. Truth, purpose, meaning, love, hope. And in that moment, I understood. I had not been searching for a philosophy. I had been searching for someone. That night, I accepted Jesus into my heart. There was no lightning bolt, no dramatic vision, no movie scene moment, just a quiet recognition. After all those years of searching, I realized Jesus had been standing there the whole time, waiting. And what happened next surprised me. My problems did not disappear. My questions did not disappear. Life didn't suddenly become easy. But prayer changed. It stopped feeling like words disappearing into the air. I wasn't talking to nothing anymore. I knew he was listening. And for the first time in my life, faith was not just an idea. It was a relationship. That changed everything. Not overnight, not perfectly, but slowly. Little by little, I began to let go. I let go of the need to control everything. I stopped demanding that God give me every answer before I even trusted him. And I started learning to trust him with the big questions. One day at a time, one prayer at a time, one small act of surrender at a time. For most of my life, I thought life was about big moments, the accomplishments, the victories. But now I think life is mostly made up of small moments. A prayer, a sunrise, a conversation, a lightning bug in a dark room, a moment of gratitude. And every day with his help, we choose what we will commit our hearts to. Joy or bitterness, hope or despair, love or resentment, gratitude or blame. So when people ask me why Jesus, my answer is not that he gave me every answer. It's actually the opposite. For most of my life, I thought faith meant finally understanding everything. Now I know. Faith means trusting him with what I don't understand. I'm still learning and growing, still stumbling forward one imperfect step at a time. But after all those years of searching, questioning, wandering, and testing, I've come to believe one thing with my whole heart. Jesus was not hiding from me. I was learning how to see him. And he had been there all along. So maybe today the question is not only why Jesus. Maybe the question is, where has Jesus been present in your life, even before you knew how to recognize him? Where has he been patient? Where has he been waiting? Where has he been gently inviting you closer? This week, I invite you to take that question to him, not with perfect words and not with a perfect plan. Just honestly, Jesus, where have you been in my story? And help me see you now. Thank you for wasting a little time with Jesus today. May you notice him in all the small moments. May you trust him with unanswered questions. And may you remember that he is not far away. He's been here all along.